bá tán èké dàlàyé mo wí lọ́sẹ̀ díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn wípé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yìí ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wípé tẹ́ bá fẹ́ dìbò kí ni àwọn tí ẹ ní láti tẹ̀lé gan ló bá tán èké dàlàyé ìwọ tó fẹ́ dìbò o ní láti sọ fẹ́nibọ́dì wípé pátí báyìí ni mo fẹ́ dìbò fún bẹ́ẹ̀ rí ìwọ tó fẹ́ dìbò o ní láti sọ fẹ́nibọ́dì wípé ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ báyìí ó ní tèmi ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ báyìí ó ní tèmi nítorí wípé we don't know who is who ló bá tán èké dàlàyé ẹ jẹ́ kí n tẹ̀síwájú.
Today on Patterbox, we will be telling you all you need to know about voting in the coming election. We are at the INEC office right now, although we don't have access to show you the machines and everything, but there are two major stages, right?
Yeah, accreditation and voting.
Yes, accreditation and voting. So can you just tell us?
Yes, for accreditation, the very first thing you do is you go to the polling unit where you were registered and with your voter registration card and you present it.
And the second step there is for you to present that card to the INEC official there and make sure that the person marks your name on the register, because you have to be registered before you can actually vote. Then the third stage will... The final step
for accreditation is for you to ensure that your finger is marked with ink to show that you have been accredited.
Now the stage 2, which is voting. You will be given a ballot paper listing the parties and candidates which are up for election on that day.
And then when you have that, you can enter into the booth and select your preferred candidate.
So after the selection, you can just therefore go to the ballot paper where it is and cast your vote by dropping that same paper, listing the candidates and everything. And thereafter, you must have selected the people you want to vote for and put it into the ballot paper. So...
And that means you've cast your vote. It's as simple as that.
For some of you that don't know what the schedule is like for this election, February 13 is for the presidential and the National Assembly.
Yes.
The presidential election
and National Assembly.
Which means no
Valentine's
for
Day.
Nigeria. Just imagine. Just like that. No Valentine's for Nigeria. Nothing. So apparently there's not going to be movement anyway. So
yeah,
if you think of I'll just dodge this election and go and have fun, it's impossible. Because in the end, how would you get there? No way. And the other date is the 28th of February, which is also for the governorship and the State House of Assembly. So that is the two schedules in February.
Yes, and then please note that registration has closed for now, which means if you have not registered before now, you cannot register again. Now the process we are going to is just strictly voting. Then you can choose to stay behind at the polling unit to ensure that your vote is counted before you go back to your homes.
So this is Manual 101 for voting from Patterbox team. So until next time, I'm Kyle Dogunaike.
And I'm Yetunde Lemboye. Keep watching Patterbox.
Bye.
Bye.
Ló bá tán o èké dàlàyé níbo la tún já sí báyìí MC Felisco lórí èké dàlàyé òun náà ni wípé mo sọ lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá wípé ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ń tá máa fi bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ òun náà ní ipa rẹ nípa ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀, your impact my impact towards the coming election. Ipa rẹ nípa ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà yìí, ìdìbò ààrẹ tá máa kọ́kọ́ dì yìí gbogbo ilẹ̀ ń pariwo Nàìjíríà orí bákan bákan, àwọn olórin kan kọ Nàìjíríà jàgàjàgà, Nàìjíríà smooth anyhow. So mọ̀ wípé èmi àti rẹ lálẹ́ tún Nàìjíríà ṣe. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló gba PVC yìí ìyẹn permanent voters card nítorí ọmọ rẹ̀ pé bóyá wọ́n lè nílò ẹ̀ ní school. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló gba national ID card nítorí ọmọ rẹ̀ wípé bóyá ó lè wúlò ní school. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbà á nítorí ẹbí, nítorí ọmọ, nítorí ara wa nìkan, tàbí nítorí pé bóyá ní nǹkan tí a fẹ́ ṣe ní bank. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbà á nítorí ọjọ́ ọ̀la Nàìjíríà yìí. Ìdìbò ààrẹ tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà yìí, ta lẹ̀yin fẹ́ dìbò fún? Ẹ jẹ́ kó wà lọ́kàn yín, ẹ má fẹnu sọ jáde. Ẹ̀yin náà rí ibi tí mo wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. À ń gbàdúrà fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà pé k'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó dáa. Ẹni tí ó gba Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀, ẹni tí ó débẹ̀ tí ó túbà tí ó tùsẹ̀, òun Ọlọ́run kúkú máa yàn fún wa. Ẹ rí i pé Èkó ni mo wà lọ́wọ́ àárọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n lọ́wọ́ déédéé báyìí tẹ́ ń wò mí nínú ilé, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà ẹ wà níbi tá a ti ń fi ọkàn àti ojú àti ẹnu sọ́nà fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà wípé ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀ yìí k'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó sẹ́nu rẹ̀, àti wípé ọ̀wọ́n gógó epo yìí ó sú wa Elédùmarè. Èkó láàárọ̀ wọ́n tepo ní 185 naira tó túmọ̀ sí pé kò yí padà. Ṣùgbọ́n ní àwọn apá ibìkan l'Ógùn State tí mo ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí wọ́n tepo ní 280, àwọn kan ń ta ní 330, àwọn kan ń ta ní 350. Ṣé ìjọba ló ní wá lára àbí ara wa? Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láàárọ̀ mo sọ wípé protest kò sí, ojú ọ̀nà ó já gerege. Adógùn State lọ́wọ́ àárọ̀ yìí a rí i pé wọ́n block àwọn ibìkan, àmọ́ bóyá wọ́n ń ṣe protest lẹ́ni Sunday ni àbí pé bóyá oníkálukú náà ń ṣe tẹ̀ wọ́n ń gbá bọ́ọ̀lù láàrin títì ìjọba government road. Nítorí Ọlọ́run for that matter ẹ jẹ́ ká wò ó, ẹ má jẹ́ ká bá wọn jà nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà yìí. owó tí wọ́n kó pamọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ ká bá wọn jà tá là ń bájà àwa ara wa náà là ń bájà àwa náà là ń lu ara wa àwa náà là ń pa ara wa ìjọba wọ́n wà níbi tí wọ́n ti ń gbádùn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ló bá tán o Èké dálàyé ẹ̀yin náà wo fídíò yìí kẹ́ lè mọ̀ wípé àwa ara wa là ń ṣera wa.
Madam, what happened now?
Madam, what happened?
Okay, look at me. That video, rubbish people.
You see that I know?
For bank.
They are taking my tire.
Money for bank.
You see that I know?
My father be that. My father be that. My father let me job. Let me job. I'm my mother. And let me stay for the job. Yeah. My father does celebrate for 5,000. Don't believe him.
Now your papa
I want again.
Okay. Madam, why are the stress people?
My father, give me the money. 5,000.
Look at my body.
Mama, calm down. Calm down. Bro, calm down.
Wait, calm down. Why you not there weekend? Why you not there stress people for bank?
You not be sleeping.
But are you sleeping? Guy, I know Did I tell you so?
Nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ní náírà bóyá wọ́n náà ní àwọn agbègbè kan ní ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tàbí kí n sọ pé lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà àbí òòrùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti gbọ́ lọ́sẹ̀ díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn wípé wọ́n náà ní ilẹ̀ Haúsá. Gọ́vnà El-Rufai tó pa láṣẹ gẹ́gẹ́ bí gómìnà fún àwọn ènìyàn rẹ̀ pé kí wọ́n máa ná lọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ ti bẹ́yìn yọ àwọn aráàlú àwọn náà fi bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ara wọn mọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ kí a darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ká gbọ́ ohun tí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kaduna àti ohun tí àwọn ará Kaduna táwọn náà ń sọ nípa ìpèníjà tí wọ́n dojúkọ nípa ní náírà tí à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ máa bá mi ká lọ.
Collecting it, so he don't have rights. It's only he have right only in Kaduna State, not federal. So we can only obey the president.
It's a very unfortunate advice to give to the citizens, because a president cannot issue an order, then a governor counter it. El-Rufai may be very intelligent. He may be a very wonderful, fantastic governor to some extent, but in some areas he's wrong. In this particular one, he's very wrong. El-Rufai, you are very wrong. So you need to advise your people to follow the president's lead, and let's build a stronger policy together.
When you go to the market or elsewhere to use it, they refuse to collect it, despite what El-Rufai has said. So El-Rufai is there saying what he likes, while in the market where I'm in, something else is happening. So it's like, let him be saying what he likes. We will do what we like here.
Governor na Buhari is charged now. Now he be the all over. How councillor you go attend, say you go talk about the waiting governor talk. If governor talk, now he be the overall. Between Buhari and El-Rufai, between councillor and governor.
Stacks of cash comprising old Naira notes could be seen with those who queue at the Cardinal branch of the Central Bank of Nigeria to deposit. Many are tired of queuing, so they use the stacks of cash to rest. Meanwhile, others express their frustration in trying to deposit and do business.
I'm having 2.5 million. That's my capital. I came all the way from Zaria. Honestly, this government needs to do something. This government needs to extend it. If not, honestly, our business is going to collapse. This is the only capital I have.
Here since around 3 a.m. and up to now, we are unable to deposit our money in the CBN. They asked us to go to our various commercial banks, which we did, and they revised us back to the CBN. CBN said we should go back, so the whole thing is just contradicting itself.
Residents are finding it difficult to deposit their old notes.
Ẹ wò ó, mo kí í káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ilé ẹ̀kọ́ sí kí gan ni tí ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìyẹn President Muhammadu Buhari tí òun gan ní lọ́kàn fún gbogbo ẹ̀yàn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà nípa kò sí owó, kò sí epo, naira scarcity and fuel scarcity. Ẹ jẹ́ ká darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ká gbọ́ tí bàbá ní fún wa.
There was an urgent need to take control of currency in circulation and to address the holding of Naira banknotes outside the banking system. The shortage of clean and fit banknotes in circulation and the increase in counterfeiting of high denomination Naira banknotes. It is on this basis that I gave my approval for the redesign of the 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira banknotes. The new Naira banknotes have been fortified with security features that make it difficult to counterfeit. These new banknotes will help the central bank design and implement better monetary policy objectives. They will also enrich our collective memory of Nigeria's heritage.
ẹ wo mo kú kí gbogbo ẹ̀yàn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè nàìjíríà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí àti gbogbo tẹ̀sán àǹfààní àti máa wù mí káàkiri àgbálá ayé mo ní àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí olùdíje dupò ààrẹ nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta náà ní mo fẹ́ fi hàn yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìfọ̀rọ̀wánilẹ́nuwò tí wọ́n ṣe fún wọn aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ni wọ́n kọ́ fi ọ̀rọ̀ wá wọn ní ẹnu wò ó máa dàbí bóyá èmi nìkan ni mò ń kú ni mò ń pa látàárọ̀ kí ni tí wọ́n bá ṣe tàbí tí wọ́n sọ fún gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ nàìjíríà pé àwọn máa ṣe mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́n tí àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yìí sọ ìyẹn aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu Jagaban àti Peter Obi pẹ̀lú Atiku Abubakar ẹ jẹ́ ká darapọ̀ mọ́ aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu kí á gbọ́n tí wọ́n sọ kí ẹ lè mẹ́tẹ́ máa dìbò fún nínú àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ìyà ìjẹ nàìjíríà ẹni tí ó bí wá níbẹ̀ náà lọ́nà máa yàn fún wa ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn iléeṣẹ́ múmáwòrán tí a jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ kí á gbọ́n tí àwọn náà sọ ẹ jẹ́ ká darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn.
Are actually underemployed, and we see all those things. What sort of strategies, especially with a focus on the youth, would you employ to tackle issues related to unemployment in the country right now?
Private sector driven opportunity, tackle the power problem head on. People can work by themselves. A common school driver can create a path to fortune if electricity is taken care of and other infrastructural areas. Carrying them along. And the change of mindset, I say, I will repeat that over and over again. Patriotic commitment, the conversion of negativity to a positive drive, and partnership with the private sector to create a job, to put an incentive there. If you hire 500 new employees, why can't I, as a government, give you some tax incentive to offset that payroll and the pension contribution that may be associated with it? I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Just going back a bit to the question, because we're looking at youth, we're looking at large numbers. What are your ideas around scaling, employment opportunities for this large population of young people who are currently unemployed?
First of all, commodity exchange. Make farming more attractive. The youth that can operate AK-47 can operate better a good tractor to clear the bush and plant the seeds. Retrain them. I will stop here.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want to give you a comprehensive plan that I have because others are coming.
Thank you, sir. So the 2023 budget proposal suggests that borrowing would be the primary means of funding expenditure, the government budgets. And that brings some challenges that we also need to discuss because currently projections exceed revenue expectations. What other revenue sources can you identify, Your Excellency? What sort of funding models can we expect from your government if elected to office borrowing? What sort of other funding mechanisms can we expect to use to fund our government budget?
I did it well, and I did it well, I'm proud, in Lagos. 600.
So even Africans that you employ in your businesses, what more do you really want?
You see, if you have a dream, particularly for your country, and you want to see your country get to a certain level of development, and prosperity, you must also consider that you are going to leave or bequeath, to your own children or younger generation of Nigerians. And you will want to be recorded as having, of course, left a better country than you found, for the generations of Nigerians, coming up. So this is quite important to me. As you know, I have many children, and I will want to see them better than, I have achieved. So that is the driving, force actually behind these struggles.
Particularly at this time in the political history of Nigeria, the rising unemployment and the disillusionment generally. Some of your protagonists or proponents will ask, what is he coming, what's he bringing to the table 40 years in the political arena when you look at the political historicity of Nigeria?
Well, as I said, you will always want to see that you leave a better country than you met, particularly for the younger generations of Nigerians coming up. You cannot wish that away. I mean, of course, we have challenges, no doubt about that, and you really will like to see a leadership that has the capacity, that has the experience, that has the know-how on thinking about solutions to the challenges that are so obvious now. We know them. We know the rate of unemployment. We know the economic downturn, in recession. We know, the security crisis in the country, and we know also the lack of unity, that has actually affected, peace and stability in the country and development. So you cannot just close your eyes to all these challenges simply because you are self-fulfilled. Definitely not.
Your Excellency, your main slogan during your campaign within your party and to Nigerians externalizing it is to say that, yes, Nigeria truly needs restructuring. Some people would say you were there with your former boss, Chief.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ káàbọ̀ padà sórí ètò lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Mo sọ fún wa wípé àwọn mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dá ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ò ní wọ́n bá mi wá sí orí ètò lẹ́ni. A ti bá Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu Jagaba àti bá wọn pàdé. Bàbá ní àwọn fi ọ̀rọ̀ síkùn bí àgbà kó má jẹ́ pé bóyá àwọn ikú máa kọ́ bí àwọn pé àwọn ní nǹkan tó pọ̀ láti ṣe fún ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ wò ó, ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn. A ti gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu Atiku láti inú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP. Àwọn náà sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wípé ìfẹ́ làwọn ní fún orílẹ̀-èdè yìí torí pé ohun táwọn gan ní wọ́n ní tílé oge tó ge jẹ bẹ̀ ìfẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí làwọn nílò dípò àwọn contest láti jẹ́ pé àwọn fẹ́ dé ipò ààrẹ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́rọ̀ láti ẹni tí ó jẹ́ ààrẹ tòbí ìyẹn olùdíje ìdìbò ààrẹ nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Labour Party ìyẹn Peter Obi. Kí ni Peter Obi ní fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà? Ẹ jẹ́ kí a darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn kó má jẹ́ pé bóyá èmi nìkan náà ni ẹ ń gbọ́ nínú ilé látàárọ̀. Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn, ẹ máa bá mi kalẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká darapọ̀ mọ́ iléeṣẹ́ múmáwòrán tí wọ́n fi ọ̀rọ̀ wá arákùnrin ọ̀gbẹ́ni Peter Obi lẹ́nu wò. Ẹ jẹ́ ká darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn.
So what I do is that I took a tour. I went to the prison to see the young boys who are causing this problem, who have been arrested. Why did you do this? He said they have no job. Said, so how much were you paid in the last operation? 20,000, 30,000. None of them was paid more than 30,000. And that's what they paid them to kill somebody. And I compared that. I went to Kenya. I went to the flower fields where young people were cultivating flower. They were being paid $100. And unemployment in Kenya is less than 10%. I went to Ethiopia and saw where we were picking coffee. And unemployment is there. So, I agriculture, if well supported, Niger State has fertile land that I can compare to the best in the world. Some of the people who are involved with agriculture here, and they can educate me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it is because I saw it. And I came to the government and said, no. You live on 776.3 thousand square kilometers of land. And all you get every year for statutory allocation is less than 50 billion naira. And this vast land is here, uncultivated. And I gave him an example. I said, it might not be a perfect example because you can say this is Western world. I told him, I said, Netherlands with 33,000 square kilometers, which you have 2.5 times, did agricultural export of $120 billion in 2021. If you do 5% of that, that's $6 billion, which are 650. Sorry, bankers will say it's 420. I don't buy 420, I'm very sorry. So it's 620, it's about 3.9 trillion. Almost 80 times what you get from sharing. So there's a lot we can do with the vast uncultivated land in the north.